Hi everyone, welcome back to Beef Reacts, and today we are going to be watching RWBY Volume 6, Chapters 7, 8, and 9. And before you ask, we will be doing Chapters 10, 11, 12, and 13 for our next video, which will be the day after tomorrow, or however, whatever. I don't know, we just speed run through these right now. Everything's blurring together, and that's just kind of what makes it fun. So let's just jump into it and call it a good vibe. I'm drinking my... I thought this was detective juice, but no, this is a Carolina Country Music Festival. Myrtle Beach, 2019. Good for me. Never does. Oh, it froze? My internet's bad? Let's give it a second. Okay. Perfect. I should have noticed with the Neo hat that she was back. Dummy, Matt. Dummy. Let's just keep going for it and hope for the best. Everything's just being dope. All right. Totally with. The apathy is gone, and now we're at a point of... That's Cinder? Okay, we're at the Spring Maiden.
Now you understand. I've got to get the relic before it can be secured in Atlas. It's
Why?
the only way that Salem... It's the only way we can accomplish our goal.
Why is it we? Why are you pretending like you have power? You know that the only way your goals are accomplished through Salem, as she said in our last batch of videos. So therefore, you could just say it. Why are we lying to Neo? I mean, she's mute. She's not stupid. Which is, it's why she serves it on a platter, and she's dope as hell. Like, I just don't get the point in lying to Neo right now. Like, just let it be. Like, I don't see it. Also, this knife little maneuver, I tried doing this with pencils before, and people that can do pen tricks, I don't have the finger dexterity. Like me going like this, like I'm hearing like 50 different cracks in my hand. So I don't think I got it.
You're not the only one who wants Ruby dead.
Okay.
But unfortunately, Salem does not feel the same way.
And Neo cares why?
I've been instructed not to kill her. But you have no such orders. You can do as you please.
Our bowler hat ice cream girl who's giving Clockwork Orange
Help
vibes?
me get to Atlas.
Did she adopt the hat because of... No, she was always wearing the hat. I was like, are you telling me she got the hat because of Roman? Oh, that's so sad, but so adorable. They did him dirty as a death. And to keep Neo and not... I guess Roman was never going to follow those rules, huh? But, like, damn. They really did Roman dirty for that death.
Help me find her. And the rest is up to you.
Oh, Neo is short. She's a short queen, and we love it. We love that for her. Live fast. I have like 4 different songs stuck in my head right now, so I apologize, everyone. A scythe wielder? Oh, no. This is going to be a flashback, and this is going to be what Granny used to be. I believe Granny Yoda is just, this is what she's gonna, this is what she was, not what she is, like, right? Maybe, I know I should just watch this and just say it, but, like, I want to call it out and be like, I think this is Granny, because for all we know, there's only 2 scythe wielders. Well, I guess there was a 3rd one who was Ruby's mom, but it looks like she used to be one? Oh, that thing is terrifying as a Nevermore. Wait, it uses magnets and gravity to... Every single day I regret asking what my weapon should have been in Volume 2 of this show, because every day the pen sword becomes lamer and lamer when I didn't know that I could have magnets imbued into my weapon. Come on, that would have been so dope. That would have been so cool, and as I say every time we made our bed, we stick with it. We're gonna make the pen sword dope. I will make the pen sword dope again. It was dope in Percy Jackson, kind of, but we'll make it doper than it ever was by making it one of the pens you steal, one of the carnival pen thingies. This seems unfair. So it's not one scythe, it's multiple. I called it. You turn it to stone? Oh, it becomes ash. Alright, if people with silver eyes can take on that large of Grim by themselves and just use their eye power, quite literally, I want to know where their thing comes from, because it doesn't make sense. And by it doesn't make sense, what I mean is, right now we have the magic. That's fine. We have the maidens, fine. I'm slowly getting into this, but it's like, it's not a semblance. It's not leftover magic. What is the silver eye thing? Like, what's the mystery of it? And I'm probably going to get an answer eventually, but as of right now, my only speculation is maybe it's like an additional power secretly given to humans by the older brother god thing. That's the only thing that really tracks for me right now. Besides that, I don't know. I couldn't tell you even if I wanted to. I can tell you that I want her weapon. It's dope as hell. Oh, come on. What are you mad about?
Well, that's a fancy trick now, innit?
And they're British.
It comes with a price, though, love.
Why?
I don't think you realize who I am.
Of course I do. you're the Grim Reaper. And these are the last 60 seconds of your life.
I don't believe that for a second. I honestly think she's got it. Now, as a lot of people pointed out, rightfully so, during Volume 3's fight against Coco and Silver and Mercury, being great at fighting Grim does not mean you're great and adept at fighting people, and that's completely fair. But I think considering we see her as an old lady, I think she's got it. I think the Grim Reaper's got this fight. No kizzy, no cap. Oh, she's just dope. I'm so sorry, but that clicking clock in the background, it adds it kind of adds to like what Monty did when it would be fighting to music. And like I'm gonna go back 10 seconds to like just kind of see if this confirms it, but I'd be willing to bet on the ticks we're getting the big, like, our big show-stopping keyframes, like our actual key main, like, frame things, and not the in-betweens. Yeah, like, stops, and then she doesn't smile till then. It kind of works. I just love the way the clock happens in the background. Oh, that's sick. Oh, she's a baddie. And they blinded her.
It was a close call. I'll give you that. You know, the only reason my master wants you dead is because of your eyes. As soon as you ain't got them no more, you might be able to convince me to spare your life.
That's so effed up how that happened, dude. She was so bad booty in this. Like, come on. That's not fair. This show has taught me one thing and one thing only. Not only is life not fair, but even when it's not fair, it's not even fair in like a cool and fun way, where it's like it's not fair to the villains, it's just not fair to the heroes. There's no reason why this chick should have been able to just... Sorry, there's no reason why this Bisquick was able to come in and get a good cut at both of her eyes. I call Kizzy on that.
Convince me to spare your life?
That's a correct response, by the way.
Well, I respect that. I'll fight her to the end.
Yes! Oh, she's awesome!
But I wasn't. I went into hiding soon after.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe we used our last wish for Jin to show us how she went blind when she could have just told us. I can't believe we actually did that. Uncle Krill, I wanted to see... I wanted to see the story like we did with Osmond. Ruby, we do not get any more wishes for... any more answers for 100 years. Yeah, but it was cool to pass the time. Yang in the background. I didn't see anything. This isn't funny, but like I would love this conversation to happen, and I know it won't, but like
I went into hiding soon after.
I can't believe it. You're the Grim Reaper. You were a legend. And then you disappeared.
How exactly does a legend just disappear?
You never
Easy.
used your name. Never showed your face. Lots of us thought you were just laying low. Eventually, we came to accept that you were probably dead. But the stories about you, I based my weapon off of yours. I wanted to be as good as the Grim Reaper.
Well, I'm nothing but a disappointment, so you're well on your way.
How can you say that?
Well, I'm nothing but a disappointment, but you're well on your way. Like, damn, Granny Yoda got not only sass, but dope comebacks? We gotta give it up to Granny. We really do gotta give it up to Granny, because she's also, every single badass woman in this show serves it on a platter. The only exception to this rule is Cinder. Cinder, I would never say serves it on a platter for the reasons listed, as in I hate her. And I believe in hatred it's within my core. Salem, at this point, I get it. Cinder, I don't. And therefore, it's just visceral hatred. You're serving it. The entirety of Team RWBY serving it. Sometimes Oscar serves it. Not really. But, like, Yang serves it. Like, it just... this show's so...
Disappointment.
Yes!
So you're well on your way.
And you could
How
see
can
him
you
looking
say that?
pissed.
Child, a huntress is supposed to protect others to the bitter end. But after I lost my eyes, I only ever looked after myself. Even after my surgery, I was too afraid to fight. Afraid someone would find me again. Finish what the others started. You shouldn't aspire to be like me. Especially when some of you are clearly stronger already. It's comforting seeing that your generation seems up to the task of inheriting this world.
Why was that the look of... Why look at Yang? Why cut the shot over to Yang overhearing this when it says some of you are already stronger already? Are they hinting at something towards Yang for this? Because why else would they show her? I physically, I guess she's stronger.
You shouldn't aspire to be like me. Especially when some of you are clearly stronger already.
And everyone looks
It's
at
comforting
Yang?
seeing that your generation seems up to the task of inheriting this world. I'm just sorry I didn't do more to leave it in better shape.
Well, maybe you can do something now.
I will say I love, and I'm sorry for pausing again, but I really wanted to get this out because there's no way to say it quickly. I don't know when I talked about this before, but I do think there is a really interesting parallel between older generations and current generations. I don't like people that are like, oh, I hate the generation I was born in. No, you don't. No, you don't. Stop it. I really wish I could go back in time to the bigotry and it's like, what do you want? Like, you just want a world where you don't have to instant communication. You choose to partake in that. You choose to participate in this. So, like, you don't sit back, like, don't sit there and be like, I was born in the wrong generation. No, you weren't. Just shut up. You were born. That in itself is a miracle. That's awesome. Like, at what point obviously within an infinite universe, and I'm not a math person, so, like, you're all gonna correct me, but at what point within the infinitesimally small odds that you were capable of being born, do you just sit there and go, damn, like, that is really cool. I'm in awe of the fact that I was born. I'm in awe of the fact that I was born every day. And it's like, you could sit there and be like, well, in an infinite universe or infinite number of universes and an infinite number of whatever, of course that's going to happen. But we don't know that. So, like, just take it with a grain of salt. Take the fact that you're born here and you're experiencing your life here in this moment, watching this video. Take that moment for the miracle that it is. Like, that's a beautiful thing to me, and that's the appreciation there. And I think there was always this, like, at least idea, and you got it with Elia's parents, and you got it with and you're getting with this granny where it's a focus on the future generations, and it's like, I wouldn't say it's sad to me. I would say it's interesting to notice the cultural differences between generations in terms of, I think we're a much more of a me-centric generation in terms of we think we can solve every single issue by ourselves, and we don't, like, we refuse to accept the idea that there are things that we're just not going to be able to fix. You're not going to be able to fix the climate within one generation because that's a massive issue. It's going to take 4 to 5. So we should be trying to build a better world for the next, like, you know, for the next kids to inherit. So that way they can try to make it just slightly better. And then in time, which is theoretically infinite, but time's just the measure of light, I'm pretty sure. Eventually things get better. And that's kind of the beauty of it. That's the beauty of this existence, and you get to partake in it at this point, and you should always try to make the difference where you can be. And that's why I genuinely love this show, and as much as I rag on RWBY for giving speeches like that, I can't say that I don't do the exact same thing. Like, I can't sit here and rag on her for that. Like, this is just beautiful, and I love how this show can invoke these thoughts and invoke this message in a way where I can expand on it a little bit more, because I can pause and talk and you can listen, or you could skip past me. If you're skipping past me, that's fine. But just the fact that she does that and we get to talk about this makes me so happy. Like, just they're telling you this information without highlighting it, and they're giving it within a story. It's so beautiful. This show, honestly, is such a beautiful thing to me. It does such a good job of doing this. Totally.
Like, just shape.
Well,
I want
maybe you can do something now.
Thank you.
Teach me to use my powers the way you did.
No, I don't want to.
It's Jaune!
Huh? How?
Hello?
RWBY! Oh, thank you! I've been checking my scroll for your signal since we made it to the city.
The city?
Huh?
Wait.
You have him in your scroll as Vomit Boy. That's not a cute callback. That's mean. You know what? It's not mean because I take that back. It's not mean. I'm taking it as mean for entertainment value, but it's really not that mean. It's what friends do, and I appreciate that they do it. I think Lancaster is, like, cute, but I think it's cute as a friendship. Like, this is... I still think it's screwed up, though, that they did that. It's just Vomit Boy. Like, at least put an emoji there, right? Just saving him as Vomit Boy is kind of mean. But Vomit Boy with a little heart, or with, like, a little monkey, or, like, with the little sick emoji, it'll at least make... That's better. I feel like that's just better. So what are we telling about Ozpin? Did we tell John about Ozpin? I don't think John could handle Ozpin. I don't think he could handle this conversation. Because I couldn't. I mean, I could. I could handle it if I'm there. I can't handle it if I'm not there. That is a that's a beautiful establishing shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in Argus.
Okay, but you're right. Okay, I'm gonna say it. As someone who is driven, with a trailer on the back, and considering there's people on that trailer, and considering the steep-ass decline that we're about to go down, they're about to be leading from the back. In just real-life physics, because one, you're on a motorcycle. They're gonna have to get off the motorcycle and detach this thing, because there's... No. In grammar school, we had a hill like this, and it was called Self-Harm Hill. It was called something else, but I try not to use. It was called Suicide Hill. Why am I even trying to beat around the bush? It was called Suicide Hill because you would go down it on your bike or scooter, and it would be coming onto oncoming traffic, and like if you didn't fall, if you didn't fall when you got to the bottom of it, there was like a 10% chance that there'd be a car there that you'd have to whip out of the way and like stop yourself. So like, I couldn't imagine this on a motorbike. If they drive down this, they are insane. Okay, good thing they don't show us how they got down, because there was no way of doing that. At least from that angle.
Cute boy! Oh, come here!
Are you all okay? We were so worried.
It's been kind of a crazy trip.
That's an understatement.
Wait, who's the lady?
I'm so glad you're all safe.
She's dope. Oh, they are so cute. I love this relationship. It's so wholesome.
Hey, I promised, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. It's good to see you guys.
I love how he's so...
So
I think John and Crow are peak masculinity in very different ways, and it's like hard to explain, but like there's a lot of things that go into like your masculine identity or feminine identity, and it's like kind of like frustrating because it's like it feels so gatekeepy, but it's like, and I am no expert on the conversation. It's just, I feel like one of those, a quote unquote masculine trait or a feminine trait, who knows? I'm not an expert on it, nor am I going to pretend to be. But I think one of those things is that, technically speaking, like not historically, but like kindness is one of them. Like, it's not that it's like it's like different, but it's the same. And I think a lot of the traits that people use to define them, they're the same thing, but just different sides of the same coin. So like, it doesn't matter. And I'm sorry if you're bringing this topic up. It's just, I love the fact that John is able to be vulnerable, and I think that's a very masculine thing, to be able to show vulnerability when you need to show vulnerability. Like, it's just, I think it's very pretty. And I love the fact that he's able to do it, and like, as a character, it's been turbulent to like watch him grow and do stuff, but he has genuinely become one of my favorite characters, just for the sole fact of he is who he is.
a lot bigger than I thought it'd be.
It's actually one of the largest non-capital cities in all of Remnant.
Really?
No way! Oh, wait, wouldn't it be hard to settle something this big away from the main kingdom?
Well, it was, until Mantle showed up.
Wow.
Oh, it's
Early
San
settlement
Francisco.
attempts by Mistral didn't go well, but colonists from Mantle were able to help them brave the cold climate in return for goods that Solitas couldn't provide.
Oh, so it's San Francisco, but there's not poop on the streets.
The two nations work together to create a hybrid city. While it still falls under Mistral domain, Atlas keeps a military presence here to help keep the people safe and to keep trade between the two nations steady.
That's cool.
Well, until recently.
We should probably start looking for a ship.
So, where have you guys been staying?
I also like how they both get off the trains
There
differently.
you are!
Is that...
Hey, Saff.
That's John's sister.
I can't believe I'm meeting your sister! I have so many questions. Oh, I can give you the rundown later.
Will you guys knock it off?
What? I love telling stories about my baby brother.
I am not a baby! That is a baby.
You know what, John? Your sister's a baddie too. Why? Randomly, if we look at where her thighs are, insanely strong and thick thighs. Insanely thick.
Not a baby! That is a baby.
Yes, you are.
Oh, look at your little face.
So, Saffron, you're the only Ark living here?
Yep, moved the second I could. Jaune and I are the only two living away from home. I guess he just wanted to be like his big sis. Aw, you didn't deny it. Everyone, this is my wife, Terracotta.
Ooh!
Nice to meet you.
Why, hello there. Wow, quite a party. You weren't kidding.
Oh.
Hun, can I get some help, please?
And you're sure it's all right if we stay with you? Of course. We're happy to house huntsmen and huntresses.
This is such
You
a
all
wholesome
risk
couple.
so
I love
much
them.
To keep people like us safe. It's the least we can do. Especially for such an elite huntsman like yourself. Although I will say I was surprised to learn you had students helping you.
They start invoking like the Third Amendment. They're like, nah, we don't house soldiers. Get out. Leave. That'd be insane. I'm so ecstatic. They're such a cute couple.
Is that even legal?
Of course. Think of it as an extended training mission. Trust me, I was a professor. Even went to the same academy as them. And let me tell you, these kids are way better than we were at their age. Well, not better than me, specifically. But a lot of students.
Shut up, there's food!
It's such a...
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
Work?
Hello?
Is everything okay?
Oh, yeah, it will be. Tara's a technician for the town's relay tower. Unfortunately, the military's radar system is also housed there. Guess what's been on the fritz lately and who's getting falsely blamed? So, what's your plan for tomorrow? Well,
Let me... I want to hear that again because I was too busy watching the baby. It's like weird because I can't, I definitely don't have baby fever or anything like that. It's just like, I just love kids. I think kids are so freaking adorable. Like,
yeah, it will be. Tara's a technician for the town's relay tower.
It's like with my nephews.
Unfortunately, the military's radar system is also housed there. Guess what's been on the fritz lately and who's getting falsely blamed? So, what's your plan for tomorrow?
Well, we're trying to make our way to Atlas. We'll probably start with the military base.
So, we kind of already tried that, and it didn't go super great.
Come on, it couldn't be that bad.
Yeah, Jimmy Ironwoods is very angry. Alright. They really inspired this into San Francisco, honestly. I've actually never... I went to LA. I didn't go to San Fran. What's a better... for those out west, what's a better city? San Fran or San Diego? San Diego. I'm curious to know. I really liked that person's, not mystique, but, like, vibe. Joel, man, did a dope job. Connor Pickens still killing it. Well, that was episode 7. I'll be right back with episode 8. See you guys in a second. Okay, so jumping into chapter 8. I'm getting the feeling that our faithful companion Jimmy Ironwoods, the genius that he is, he's just gonna do something stupid. I feel like this totalitarian regime of Atlas is gonna be stupid. I really wish for just 5 seconds I could ever, and I mean this sincerely, hit the space, but it's like I keep telling myself I'm gonna change the hotkey for it. I'm gonna change the hotkey for it. But it's like I should just remember. Like, I don't know why I have to be so stupid. I guess I'm one of those.
Come on, you didn't even hear us out.
Our orders are clear. The Mistral Atlas border is closed. Please, have a good day. A good day!
Hey, if you don't want to believe that I'm friends with Ironwood...
General Ironwood!
Oh, God.
Yeah, General Ironwood. Then...
If you don't want to believe I'm homeboys with Jimmy Ironwoods, then you know what? Just say my name.
General Ironwood!
Yeah, General Ironwood. Then fine. But look, we have Weiss Schnee with us, and we're trying to get her home safely.
Approach!
They're gonna steal her. They're going to take her in and not let the other ones in.
Very well. You may speak with our commanding officer. We will fetch her at once.
It'll be winter. It's gonna be winter.
They were kind of
super weird.
Silly.
Yeah.
You know, I respect them for keeping their military prowess up, and honestly, I think I wouldn't be like it's deserved or anything, but I respect it. It's hard. It's hard to stay militant in times of distress, and they think they're about to be at a war. Now, war with who? Couldn't tell you, but they're about to be at a war.
What's wrong?
Well, I may know this commanding officer.
That's good, isn't it? If she's your friend, then maybe she'd be more willing to help us.
Doubt.
I wouldn't exactly call us friends.
acquaintances?
Not quite.
Colleagues?
Former.
Enemies?
That's the one.
Wait, what?
Oh, yes, I come through here about once every 10 years to get my eyes checked up in Atlas. You bring outside cashews on one flight, and suddenly you're placed on the additional screening list for life.
Thank you. Thank you. Isn't it? It's like the no-fly list, you know what I mean? You don't get to know you're on it until you've already bought your ticket. That's fair. That's just... Oh, you Google searched something 10 years ago because you were interested in learning about it? No fly. No more fly for you. I'm not saying it's true. All I'm saying is that, like, I've never understood why the no-fly... Like, you should be notified that you're on it. Because imagine, God forbid you need to be somewhere, like, within the next 10 days. And it's like, I already know it's going to be like, well, the only people on the no-fly list are people that, like, are threats. Really? You really think that? I don't. I think a lot of them could be, but I don't think everyone is. It's like being like every single person put in prison is always guilty. Like, come on now. Like you're silly. Anyone who thinks that, you're silly. You're being silly. You're being as silly as me on a regular basis. Like, come on now. I don't have that much hope in humanity. I don't even have that much hope in anything. I'm supposed to trust agencies that monitor me without my consent? I won't do that.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Now, let's not give up hope yet. Maybe she's dead.
We can only hope. Oh, jeez.
Introducing Special Operative Caroline Cordovan.
Caroline? That's a hot name. Oh, she's dope.
Which?
She-devil.
I see you've chosen larger contraband to smuggle this time.
Oh, Cordo. You know, they say time changes people, but I see you've still...
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're kidding me right now. Her cane is her weapon. It's her old weapon that she has repurposed into a cane. Are you telling me by the end of this season, this grandma is about to use this cane to mess some stuff up? I am so down for that. I don't think it still has the sight function, but like, if it still has the magnetism, because it still has it. She's definitely remade it into the weapon.
Cordovan? my name is Ruby Rose, and I was wondering if you would hear us out about...
I've already heard what your other little friends had to say, Miss Rose. What are you doing back here? I thought I told you to leave!
And I told you we wouldn't rest until you let us through!
Nice to see you again as well.
You civilians
I
are
love
clearly
Nora.
incapable of comprehending the importance of our mission here in Argus. So allow me to say this slowly with smaller words. This base, that relay tower, the very safety of Argus are all gifts from the glorious kingdom of Atlas. And it is my duty to uphold them, as only I have the wit and tenacity for such a task.
Such wit! Such tenacity!
Or maybe Atlas just wanted to get you as far from the kingdom as possible.
You're just like the rest of these Argus ingrates. This city wouldn't even be here if it weren't for our Atlesian ancestors. And what do we get in return? The entire world is ready to put a knife to our throats.
Please, we know your kingdom had nothing to do with the fall of Beacon. We were there.
No one's happy about the Atlas borders or embargo, but I know General Ironwood is just worried. It's why we need to talk.
The General is no coward. Atlas is strong.
No one said that Atlas wasn't strong. Like, listen, I'm all for zealots, okay? I love me a good zealot, and I love, like, honestly, having someone like her on your team running stuff as a general, I'm with it. I'm with her as a commander. Like, I respect her more than I do Jimmy Ironwoods, and I'll tell you why. She's upfront about it. She's upfront about her patriotism. She's upfront about her nationalism. I am with that. I am with the dragon. I am with the beast that shows you its true colors before you ever have to interact with it. I am not with the snakes. Jimmy Ironwoods is a snake because he believes what he's like. It's not that he believes what he's doing is a good thing. It's that he somehow is like, he's the leader of this nation, and he's like, he pretends like he's not doing it while simultaneously doing it, which is the problem. She's not pretending like anything. She's just doing it. And I respect that. I respect the people that can just sit there and be like, no, I'm going to do this. I don't care. That's full send. I can get behind that rationale. I don't get behind the rationale of the general who's like, no, I'm going to protect my citizens by making sure that they cannot get in and out of this country. I will make sure no one dies here ever again. Like, for how, like, because there's no, and this is just, whenever they don't put a time limit on something, no, it'll be forever. No, it will always be forever. Hey, in times of emergency, we are going to suspend civil rights. Oh, are we in a time of emergency? Yeah, we've been at war for the last, I don't know, since 9/11. Oh. Okay, so what does that mean? It means we can surveil you whenever we want. Again, I don't enjoy, like, I try pretty hard to, like, not talk about politics unless it comes up in video because there's no reason to. But, like, I think it's pretty safe to assume that the Patriot Act is stupid as hell because it literally will never go away, because all you have to do as a government is just persist and continue to allow for a time of external threats to protect the domestic terror by somehow monitor U.S. citizens to fight external threats in foreign. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, and I don't agree. Like, it's never gonna go away. It's just never. Like, it's stupid. But at least I can respect her, alright? I can respect her to a high degree because she's upfront about it. I know what I'm getting into as a citizen as Atlas with her leading. With Jimmy Ironwoods, he's gonna be like, no, I care about you guys, and then bomb a hospital. Or you know what? Jimmy Ironwoods is Alma Coin, gladly willing to sacrifice children if it gets the job done. And that's the problem. And I think this is the most succinct way I could say why I dislike Jimmy Ironwoods. Is, at first, I just didn't mess with his attitude, and now it's like, I just see the totalitarian so quickly.
If all the kingdoms plan to make us their enemy, then so be it. Atlas will prevail!
Atlas will prevail!
Do you
Of
guys
course.
seriously have to do that?
Yes. Have you never been in war?
If Miss Schnee has truly come to her senses and wishes to return to her family, then of course the Atlas military will escort her home. But the kingdom will not be responsible for her friends of questionable character.
Looking at the
What's
faunus?
that supposed to mean?
It means we're done here.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah? Well, your base looks like a big dumb boot.
Way to show her, Nora.
I'm with that.
I don't...
Weiss, I told you we wouldn't leave your side for a second. We'll find a way to Atlas. Together.
Woo! How much money do you think Weiss stole from her parents before she left?
Where are we going now?
Yeah, what's the plan?
I'm getting a drink.
The plan? The plan just got shut on our face 3 times over. I'm going for a drink.
My man!
Uncle Crow, I really think we should try and come up with something together.
What's his problem? It's not your fault we can't go on.
If he's gonna be a jerk, then we'll just come up with something without him.
I'm with that.
We've got Ozpin with us. He usually knows what to do.
Ah,
What is it?
we gotta tell you about this, huh?
Jaune!
Everything we did was for nothing!
That's not true.
Really? Because it sure does sound like it.
Yeah?
If Salem can't be killed, then how are we supposed to win this?
We don't know. Honestly, respect to John for the outrage and outburst, because honestly, it's like, it feels like this is a Cold War, and it's like, you just can't let the other side advance, and that's what you're fighting for. If we can't defeat Salem, what's the purpose? To make sure she doesn't win. That's really the only rationale that we have left.
Wow. Great plan, everyone.
Look, none of this is great, we know. But we're not the bad guys here.
Are we sure about that?
What?
He's in your head, isn't he? Did you already know about this?
He didn't know any of it.
How much longer can we even trust him?
Jaune!
How do we even know it's really him? What if we've been talking to that liar this whole time?
Jaune!
No, he's right. He has every right to be angry. You killed my endgame, dog. I don't know what you want from me. I had to sit there and watch her die. I didn't get to watch her die. I was useless.
Gonna be okay?
No.
I don't know.
What the hell do you think?
I think it would be best if we had some time to ourselves.
You know, and like, I'll say it straight up. They have every right to this. And like, I'm not gonna... The difference between Team RWBY and Team Juniper here is that I have more sympathy for Team Juniper, ultimately because Pyrrha died directly doing, like, protecting Beacon, and like, RWBY lost nothing. Yeah, Yang lost an arm. She's doing pretty freaking good for herself right now. Yeah, we had all that drama last 2 seasons, but like, what was driving Team Juniper besides revenge? Getting a comeuppance for Pyrrha, which is deserved. Now that doesn't exist anymore. Now we're past that point, and now it's like, okay, we can't even win this war, so what are we gonna do now? I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. Like, honestly, I think Team RWBY had nothing to really be mad about, because they're just they're your main protagonists. They're your type A personalities. Like, what are they gonna do? What else did they chose to do this in the beginning? Juniper and Crow had a stake in this Crow's had his entire life in this, and his entire life dedicated to a lie, which is just crazy. And Juniper has a vendetta. At this point, Team RWBY, like, I know it was because of the apathy, and I understand why they were questioning it, but like, they have really no reason to be that mad about this, because they can just choose to leave now. They can literally just choose to leave now, and it's a GG.
Maybe we could all use some space.
Alright, Oscar, this isn't your fault, dog.
Come on, please. Where are you?
You know, I came out here to avoid the yelling.
Sorry. The others went to get food for tonight.
Why not go with them?
I don't know. I don't know anything. What do I tell Jaune and his team when we don't even have a plan? Crow's out drinking. Osmond hasn't come back, and even if he did, I don't know if I could trust him. And there's always Jin, but we only have one more question we can ask her. I feel like I'm letting everyone down.
Why don't we just ask her, is this fight worth fighting? I feel like that's a great question. I'm not saying it's the right question, but it's a great question to ask. Okay. We're doing good. I'm taking a moment to percolate, really think about this. If I'm in their shoes, why would I go on? I think I've done a pretty good job of explaining myself, but honestly, I think the main reason why I'd go on is because what's the alternative? And that'd be my driving force. What's the alternative? The alternative is doing nothing. Salem gets what she wants, and everyone I know and love dies. And I don't know who said this quote, but it was something I like heard once where it's like, I hate the things that seek to destroy what I love. And like, or I will show no sympathy to the things that would do anything they could to take the things that I love away from me. And I stand by that. I think that's a very good quote, and I think that's a very fair quote. There should be no sympathy not to your enemies, all right? I'm not saying don't love thy enemy. I'm saying there should be no sympathy to the person seeking to destroy everything you care about. No sympathy. And that's it.
I could ask her. I feel like I'm letting everyone down.
No, wait. No, I'm going to retract that. Let me retract that statement because I don't believe that. I really don't. If this is annoying, I am sorry. I think sympathy is the right word because I generally don't really... I think empathy is better than sympathy in almost every case, which is why like I have a really bad time with being in vulnerable states because of that in a lot of ways. Like I hate to present myself as pitiable. Like I hate the phrase I'm sorry. Like do not ever say like especially when it's like you can't do something for me. It's like don't say I'm sorry because it's like you've done okay. Like it's just a situation. Like it's a personal thing. Like I just don't like it. But here it's like, I guess to like expand upon that quote of like, I hate the things that seek to destroy what I love. What do I genuinely mean by that? What is hatred? I think hatred just means stopping. And I think, because it's like, I believe in mercy, so like, why even, it's hard. You know what? Just, I take back the last 3 minutes. I'm sorry. Don't quote me on it.
You know, you don't give yourself enough credit.
Oh, thanks.
That wasn't a compliment.
What?
If I have to explain it to you, it'll just defeat the purpose. But if you're tired of not knowing anything, how about we discuss those eyes of yours?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I would be honored.
Sit back down, for Pete's sake. Let's start with what you do know. Tell me.
Silver-eyed people are supposed to be legendary warriors. Or something. And at the Fall of Beacon, I turned a giant wyvern into stone.
Oh boy.
Look, if I already knew everything, I wouldn't be asking for help.
Yelling. It's not your fault. I had my father to teach me. And even he didn't have all the answers. But what he told me makes sense, given what I've seen.
Was he a huntsman too?
It wasn't really an official title back in his day.
He just drank beer.
I only knew him as an old soldier and an excellent teacher. I never attended one of those fancy academies of yours, but I scored higher on the license exam than any other huntsman or huntress that day.
Huh. He must have been proud.
He would have scolded me for showing off. He'd never been able to find much information about our abilities. Just legends of warriors whose eyes shone like mirrors, reflecting the light of the world onto darkness. He found so little, in fact, that it made him cautious. How could such powerful bloodlines be so rare? Unless something was actively seeking to destroy them.
Salem.
I tried to keep my powers a secret, but as you know, it wasn't enough. I owe my life to my training and my semblance. At the end of the day, those are still your most powerful tools.
What is your semblance?
Reflexes! A silly name I came up with. Hard to explain, but I can sense everything better than most and react to attacks almost before they happen. Combine.
That is so freaking cool. Dude, why? Just why is the old lady Yoda so freaking cool in this? Like, okay. So she can do reflexes, and the silver eye shouldn't be something that you rely on. It should be a last-ditch effort. Okay, good to know.
And react to attacks almost before they happen. Combine that with my training and secret ability to turn Grim to stone, or blind them, or vaporize them. And that's how you become the Grim Reaper.
So, how do I laser beam monsters with my eyeballs?
First, you stop thinking like that. I want you to think of all the times you've triggered your powers. What did those moments have in common?
I was scared and stressed. Is it emotional? Like unlocking a semblance?
It's emotional, but more focused than that. Think. What is it you wanted?
To protect people.
To protect my friends.
Yeah?
Precisely. It is the desire to preserve life which fuels the light inside you. And make no mistake, it is light. Preservation is an extension of creation, or at the very least, an enemy of destruction. The creatures of Grimm were made by the god of darkness, but your light comes from his brother.
How do you know that?
I always knew how to use the light, but never why it only worked on the Grimm. Then Jin showed us her vision. Were you paying attention?
The god of light. His eyes.
Really?
Okay, where do we start?
Well, not here. The light will only work in the presence of Grimm, meaning the only practice you'll get will be a trial by fire. But what you can do is focus on creating a state of mind that you can tap into when you need it.
I will say, the one thing I do love about this is that the background, it's red like roses, right? Like, it just, the piano riff is, and like the evolution of it's so pretty. The score of this show just works just so well to me. Like, I love it a lot.
Don't think about your light as a means of destroying evil, but as a way to protect the people of Remnant.
But that can't be right.
Hmm?
You said the light only reacts to Grimm, but I used it during our battle at Haven. It reacted to Cinder.
Interesting. Perhaps there was something that you just weren't seeing?
Ruby!
What? What could you possibly want?
What's going on?
It's Oscar. He's missing.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you punch him in the mouth and, like, tell him to get lost. Like, I mean, what else are you gonna do? Just be like, all right, yeah, I'll just take it. I'll just take it on the chin. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. Like, come on now. What'd you expect Oscar to do? Okay, so this was chapter 8, which was just a fascinating... I got what I wanted, which was an explanation of the Silver Eyes, but I guess the question that I have to ask next is, what do we do with it? What can we do with it? You know, like, it can't be as simple as just whatever. Like, you have to be able to do something with it. At least that's at least the way I'm thinking about it. In terms of... I guess in terms of the show itself, it's just... I keep asking myself, where could it possibly go from here? And the writing of it is so fantastic that it just keeps on keeping me... it keeps me interested in... It's answering the questions, not necessarily when I ask them, but I'm asking them probably a little bit earlier than I should be, I guess. But that doesn't make me special. Just... I was that kid in class that just wouldn't shut up and just wouldn't stop asking questions because I get curious, and when I get curious, I think you should always have, like, just an infectious case of curiosity, and you should be curious about everything going on around you because it's just how the world works, and I like knowing things. So it doesn't make me special, it just makes me annoying, to be honest with you. But this show just continues to boggle my mind and make me extremely excited, and it builds into itself these, like, very mature themes and very interesting ideas that I think if this was a show that was on a network, it'd be too afraid to ask them, or it wouldn't be right to ask them. So, like, that I do like, because it can bring up very mature, honest ideas. It can have a same-sex couple and not make it end of the season whatever. Like, it could just have it and just let it exist, because that's a very beautiful thing to me. Like, this show is just very good. Like, the fact it exists is enough for me. And I said that in Volume 1, but I'll say that here too in Volume 6. Like, the fact that it still exists is just so mesmerizing and awesome. And, like, I'm really excited to continue watching. And, like, if you find my commentary annoying, I completely get it. I am annoying. I annoy my friends more often than I annoy myself more often than my friends, because you just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and then in your head you're like, just you want to put a hand over your mouth and just stop. But more often than not, it's a compulsion. But whatever. We deal with that in therapy. Anyway, we'll be back with episode 9 in like a second. Okay, and here we are, chapter 9. As you know, last we saw, Oscar was gone. Just gone. So where could he be? I'll never know. Starting with these two?
Being kept in the dark like this.
Yeah, Cinder was a pain, but at least she kept us filled in.
Can I ask you something?
You're gonna.
Why did you come with us? The night Cinder and I found you.
Why are you asking?
Just answer the question.
What else was I gonna do?
Just made sense.
It made sense.
All my life, my father trained me to be a killer, an assassin like him.
Mm-hmm.
And then moments after I killed him, you two showed up looking for someone with my exact skills. Just felt like it was meant to be.
That's it?
So for those in the fighting community out there, a genuine question: how valuable is shadow boxing? I feel like it has to be good for working up a sweat or something like that, but like how valuable is it in terms of like getting you fight ready or performance ready? Genuine question. I don't know. Like I'm interested.
Hey, what's your problem?
I mean, there has to be something you want from this, right?
No.
Salem's promised us everything. We win this thing for her, we'll be top dogs in her new world. What more do you want?
Cinder was the only family I ever had. She cared about me, taught me things. But without her here, I don't know if what we're doing...
Wake up already. Cinder doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about either of us.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Does Mercury have silver eyes? He looks like he has silver eyes. On top of that, next question, which I feel like is just pertinent to know. If they're living where the god of destruction, where that pool is, does that mean the place where immortality exists? Like, it has to still exist, right? Wouldn't that make sense? I feel like that.
You're in denial.
I don't know.
And if you're gonna start having a crisis of identity or some crap, keep me out of it. I'm sorry you didn't have a mommy that loved you, but I had a father who hated me. He never went easy on me. Every day of training was a beating. And when I unlocked my semblance, he stole it with his. This is a crutch. This makes you weak. He told me I could have it back when I was strong. So I got strong. But I never got it back. I've had to work harder than anyone to get where I am. You may not like it here without Cinder, but I think I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
So his dad stole his semblance? His dad's semblance was stealing other people's semblances? That's a thing? No wonder he was an assassin. You could just and they can have it back? Does that mean that... How did he kill the dad? Because if you could just steal semblances, that's a game. That's not just a game changer. That's GG no read. That's strength. That's a one for all or all for one. I think that's an all for one power right there. That's some bull spit. That's some dummy stuff. Oh, he's just angry.
Oh yes, the world is mean, and I'm a big bad man now, just like the others.
How long have you been standing there?
All you ever learned was pain and violence, and now you're too afraid to leave it. Such a tragedy.
You don't know me.
Hey!
I want to tell you both a little secret. Your question is all wrong.
What?
What do you want from this? Children, please. If you're not loving what you're doing, then you're in the wrong field.
Amen.
So what? Are you saying we should just leave?
Oh, no. You can't do that.
Then what did you come here for?
To say farewell, There's been a change in plans. Her Grace must act swiftly if we are to prevail. If General Ironwood comes to his senses and calls upon aid from Vacuo, all may be lost for us. And so the good doctor and I are being sent to Atlas to prepare.
Prepare for what?
Tyrion! It's time.
A war, I suppose?
Do what makes you happy, children. Please. I'm begging you.
I'm sorry. I feel like Cinder getting her plan... You know, like, I feel like she hasn't really tried that hard to get her plan to work. I think hers is... Like, all she knows how to do is manipulate people and, like, not actually get things done. And like, I'm not just saying that to be rude. I'm saying it because, like, she hasn't died. Oz has to die and reincarnate thousands of times. She's had thousands of years to do this, and yet she doesn't. And that just tells me that either she doesn't want it bad enough, or she just doesn't know how to actually make this plan come true. You know what I mean? Like, she has magic. She knows the maidens exist. Why have the 4 maidens when you can kill all 4 of them and just have them give you the power, apparently, because, well, it's supposed to go to a young maiden. Well, aren't you permanently young now, Cinder, technically? Like, not Cinder, Salem, like, isn't she permanently young, so why can't she get the power? I feel like that doesn't make sense. Unless she's already tried it and didn't know what the answer... I just feel like her decision-making within this show doesn't really track. I don't think it tracks very well. I think she could have had this done. Like, if I was Salem and I was in her shoes, I think I could have had this done within, like, 1,000 years. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm smarter than her. I'm just saying that I think I wouldn't try to manipulate people to do what I want. I'm just strong enough to do what I want, so I'll just do it. Like, if everyone knows that she exists, there's a massive panic, Grimm come in, it's Gigi no Ri, she can't die, she looks terrifying. So, like, what's the point? Like, if she wants to destroy everything to find everything, like, you just... Can't she just... I don't even know what she could do. It seems goofy to me. Like, it just seems like a...
Oscar!
She's just goofy.
The city is enormous.
I punched him.
Gone anywhere.
This is all my fault. I overreacted.
I still don't really understand what happened. Was it about the mission?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to talk about.
I know. Top secret. Did he do something wrong?
No, he didn't. We just got some new information, and it's going to be a lot harder than we thought.
I mean, if it was easy, then it wouldn't be important, right?
I think we're all just a bit unsure of what to do next.
You could stay in Mistral, get your licenses at Haven, and come back to Argus. There's a lot of good you can do here. I know your mission is important, but it's not like you're the only ones who can do it. It's not the only mission that needs doing.
It's not that simple.
I should go pick up Adrian from daycare. I'll let Tara know what's happened, and we'll meet you later. Good luck.
Hey, there's a cafe over there.
I'm with it.
Why don't we get something to warm up?
I'm okay. You two go on ahead.
You don't seem okay. You seem quite upset about what you did, and you seem to blame yourself. Which is completely fair, because you seem like the type of person to blame yourself whenever things go wrong. And, like, I'm not going to pretend like I don't do the exact same thing, so, like, I'm with it, John. I just wish you didn't. Like, this isn't your fault. Like, I bet Oscar's been blaming himself for everything recently. And it's got to be really hard to realize that your life no longer is your life, and you now need to dedicate it, like, where does your choice now lie in this? Because of what choices does Oscar really have left? And that's like the depressing part.
You don't want anything?
We'll be right back.
Not the leaf. Oh, come on. Not the frickin' leaf, dude. That's not fair. No.
Like a dream, you looked at me, and everything felt new.
No.
Some people fall in love for life, others never get it right. Love's fickle when it grows. One thing that I know for sure, longer than our lives.
It's really beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Why here?
She trained here. Sanctum Academy. Everyone was crushed when she chose Beacon over Haven. No one wanted to see her go, but it was where she wanted to be. I'm just glad she was surrounded by such amazing people.
Don't do this.
She should be standing here.
She is. She understood that she had a responsibility to try. I don't think she would regret her choice, because a huntress would understand that there really wasn't a choice to make. And a huntress is what she always wanted to be.
Pyrrha never got the chance to graduate, but she was a huntress.
Thank you.
Jaune?
Jaune, why did you...
They, besides the fact that I am, my glasses are steaming up because I did just let out a gangster tear. That hit way too hard for no reason. Yes, I'm emotional about it. I don't care. But they should have seen that from a while, like from the thing, because he was able to see it from the end of the entrance. So that, I disagree that they noticed it there. That's all I'm gonna say. They should have noticed it like here-ish.
Jaune, why did you...
Like, they should have noticed it way before that, and it should have been a slow walk over towards it. That's my only gripe with this scene.
I'm sorry. I've been a terrible leader. And a terrible friend, and
Jaune, this has to stop.
We heard what you said to Cinder at Haven. You're not being fair to yourself. We love you, just like we loved Pyrrha. We're teammates. Family.
We don't want to lose you too.
I think she knew she wasn't going to win. That she might not come out alive. But she also knew she was the only one that could try.
So she did.
Maybe we should too.
Yeah, we should. She was the only one that could...
Damn, the writing of this show succinctly puts up what I've been taking 5 episodes to say, and like I can never put into words right. And it does it in 2 sentences, and that's the difference between people that are really good writers that took the time and effort to create this, and me as the viewer in this situation, because they've said something so profound, and that is ultimately the job of a writer. To say something so profound and to say something so succinct that 2 sentences can make up an entire novel. That 2 sentences are the entire novel. And this does it so well. And I am so happy and so open and on. It's okay.
But she also knew she was the only one that could try.
So she did.
Maybe we should too.
I think she knew she wasn't going to win. That she might not come out alive. But she also knew she was the only one that could try.
So she did.
Maybe we should too.
Yeah, we should.
Pyrrha may not be by our side anymore, but we can fight like she is.
And in a way, she will be.
We should check back in at the house. Come on.
Thank you.
I've never...
I'm gonna need to make a meme where it says it all started with that leaf. That damn leaf. God, there's such an... okay. I love it.
I've never seen him this bad.
Come on, let's get him up.
Why am I on the stairs?
Probably because no one's home, Uncle Crow. We've been out looking for Oscar.
Oscar?
I'm sure this looks great to the neighbors.
I mean, that's a fair point. All right. And there's property values, and they're in San Francisco, so I assume their property tax is like upwards of 30% or something insane. And then on top of it, they probably get fines for having the riffraff around.
Look.
No. You?
Don't worry. We aren't going to Atlas without him.
We?
Sorry we won't be staying.
No, you're not.
How about we get out of the cold?
Oh, I was wondering when you'd get back.
Where have you been?
Oscar!
You had us worried sick. Are you okay?
What are you wearing?
Is something cooking?
Oh, yeah, I thought maybe you guys would appreciate a hot meal after spending all day looking for me, apparently.
It's my fault we were all out there in the first place. Oscar, I am so sorry for earlier. I was way out of line, and what I said...
No, it's okay. These past few days, I've been scared of the same things you were. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be me. But I did some thinking, and I do know that I want to do everything I can to help with whatever time I have left.
Good. This team isn't the same without you, Oscar. casserole!
We're on it, Chef.
They're like, we don't know what that means. Where's the old lady? Is the old lady at least here? Where's my Yoda girl? What's she up to?
Combat gear looks good. Where are you going now?
I don't want to get in the way of your celebration.
You've been gone all day. Just sit with us.
Look, Ruby, I'm glad you kids worked out, whatever all that was. But the fact is, we're not a single step closer to Atlas.
Actually, I think I have an idea. But it's sort of a no going back kind of idea.
Well, let's hear it.
With Cordo on watch, only Atlas airships have the clearance to leave for Solitas. So, we steal an Atlas airship.
That's not just breaking the law. That's definitely worse.
How would we even get onto the airfield?
That part I haven't quite figured out yet. But I was...
Okay, stop. Just stop. Look, if this thing goes south, it's not something we can just fight our way out of. This is the Atlas military we're talking about. For your sake, just drop this.
I don't think so. I don't think we will.
I want to hear him out.
Ruby.
I want to hear him out. I know you're trying to protect us, that you're afraid we can't do it, but right now, I don't really care what you think. Just because you don't have an idea doesn't mean we're out of options. Oz hasn't been here to tell us what to do, but we still managed to get this far anyway. We've been in bad situations before, and we didn't need an adult to come save us or tell us what to do. We just did it our way. And I say we do it our way. And if you think you can keep up with us kids, we'd be happy to have you.
That's such anime frickin' just... It's so anime-esque and it's so goofy, but I love it. I genuinely love it so much. And it, like... Thematically, we're getting to a point where we're asking ourselves, what is... Not even just what's the point of all this, but what's Crow gonna do? Is Ozpin gonna come back? Like, we're asking all these questions because they're important questions, and, like, what can we actually do? And we're gonna come back, we're gonna see Jimmy Ironwood's probably with a longer beard than he had before, and it's gonna be stupid, and I'm gonna hate it, but, like, just the fact that we're here, and the fact that we're able to have this is a lot. I think it's a lot with what the show can do. And it's like, not even just listen to the younger generation. It's just, it's cool. It's cool that they're doing what they're doing.
We'd be happy to have you.
Looks like you didn't give her enough credit either.
She's an anime protagonist. This is what they do. When I listen to this soundtrack, and I have to listen to Forever Fall, which is what I assume that's what it's called, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose everything.
Like a dream, you looked at me.
It's going to break me. Yeah.
Felt new.
Alright, well everyone, thank you so much for watching. This has been my reaction to RWBY Volume 6, Chapters 7, 8, and 9. I'll be back the day after tomorrow with the conclusion to Volume 6, and then we'll be at Volume 7 by, I think, next Tuesday or something? I don't know. Next Friday? I lose track of the days very easily, but we'll be at Volume 7 faster than, I don't know, anyone else. I'd be interested to see my track record in terms of, like, catching up to the show as opposed to other reactors. I'm sure the reason has to do with something in terms of I'm insane, but that's unimportant. No one cares about that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Agree, disagree, whatever. You heard my thoughts. I appreciate you taking the time. Definitely write the comments down below. Just, it really helps me out. Thank you, and peace out.